Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Now we get some big news from Crypto News Flash. Banks have obviously been suggested by the American Banking Association, nonetheless, the ABA, they have a lot of power, and that they should actually partner with crypto firms. Obviously, they point out some problems from Crypto News Flash of gamification. And what they mean by gamification isn't like, crypto games. They mean like elements of gaming in crypto, like gambling, basically gambling elements within kind of like, some crypto faucets have it, some exchanges sort of have it, and DeFi. So that's what we have with like gamification. Obviously, they have problems with DeFi and environmental concerns, which mostly pertain to Bitcoin and Ethereum in terms of mining. So they're definitely looking forward to that. And I have gotten a strike on YouTube before for this gamification because I had a link to a faucet that basically had kind of like a crypto slot machine. So they definitely have problems with that. Not so much of like Gods Unchained or like Axie Infinity or that stuff, although that economy might have some regulators weary as well. It's a fresh 20-page report. And this is important because they also list many of the crypto use cases like store of value, custody and wallet provider, and interest bearing accounts, which are better than regular money because regular money has an interest rate of pretty much zero. Also, another big thing that makes this big is that according to the report, banks are looking forward to providing access, but about 80% of Bitcoin holders are ready to move their assets to banks, maybe even insure those assets by banks. And banks are encouraged, that's right, encouraged by the ABA, the Banking Association, to consider partnerships with blockchain-powered firms for faster, efficient, and cheaper cross-border transactions. So essentially, like they're looking at, of course, everything has to be KYC AML, but banks are now being encouraged and pushed by the Bankers Association to team up with crypto firms to provide custody for wallets and for cross-border transactions. And this is pretty big, definitely a big breakaway from the earlier thought process of like, well, you should avoid crypto because it's scammy, because it's unregulated. I think they see the market opportunity as way too high to ignore now, and that they can't stop this movement. So they might as well take over this movement from the inside out rather than be crushed by it in the future. And this definitely pertains to a lot of mainstream adoption. And I think like the ABA actually pushing this narrative will help a lot of mainstream adoption as more banks come into it. You're already seeing a lot of banks like Goldman Sachs and Wells Fargo coming into it. But now I think it's going to be faster because the Banking Association is no longer anti-crypto. They're turning more towards pro-crypto. I know a lot of idealists won't like this because they want to keep those dirty banks outside of crypto, but that was never going to be a possibility. And for the rest of us who invested in Bitcoin, this is very good news because banking acceptance in crypto brings in a lot more clients, a lot more big money, and that means crypto could definitely go up. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.